Greetings and salutations, everyone. Today I wanted to show you my latest auction buy. It is a scissor lift that can go up to 19 feet, which is going to come in extremely handy for this building that I am building. I'm able to have basically my waist be at that main point, which is going to come in really handy for putting in the purlins. I had been using that extension ladder, this scaffolding, and then that larger extension ladder, and then a little 6-foot self-contained extension ladder. Oh, and well as this, I think it's 13 feet, maybe 14 feet. And could I have gotten the job done with all of these ladders? Probably. It would have taken me longer. This thing, I'm hoping, is going to make it much easier. What I paid for this, normally they go used market, $8,000, brand new about $14,000 to $16,000. I got this for $3,481, and it's in okay shape. You can see some pretty good side swiping going on here. The tires were actually in pretty decent shape for all the ones that we had been seeing. The more interesting part, reason I went with this one in the auction, batteries are fairly new. By the way, these were rusted shut. I had to smack it and then spray it with some WD-40. Don't know what these are for, why that's clipped. They at least use the proper ties here to put things in, so I have a feeling most of this is factory. Beat up. I mean, they dinged it there. The other reason why I went with this one is the control panel was actually legible. And because of its age, I'm pretty sure this is not the stock panel, since it does not have the, oh, I can point to it. It does not have the extension, the hydraulic extension. That's the model above it. This has a manual extension, which is this little brake here. You pull it up, lift it off of that pin, and then you manually pull it. Plug was original. Don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know what the fuse is at. That was broken, so that's not good. The battery charger was working. First thing I did when I brought it back was charge it up. It's a Lete. That's complete, so obviously green is good. Red is it's charging. Don't know what these mean, mainly because it's all left me with is LE. Manual didn't really tell me what that did. Come over to the old hydraulic side. This one was rusted on even more. Nothing a little WD-40 couldn't fix. Needs a little bit of hydraulic fluid. I'm going to dump some just generic hydraulic fluid in there. Last time this filter was changed was in 2019, apparently. And it is 2023, so I definitely need to figure out that filter and get one over here. The hydraulic block looked in pretty good shape. Not a lot of junk on there, not a lot of corrosion. Little signs of drippage, but nothing too terrible. Solenoids were working fine. I was able to drive it around, move it, all that. Tank looked all right. Not sure how to drain it. I believe this pulls out. Something underneath this. Yeah, it definitely pulls out. Come on. To tow it off the trailer, I did something fun. But before I was able to tow it, the first thing you have to do, and luckily I'm pretty sure this was a rental machine, by how beat up it is, but it actually shows on there how to do the brake release. So you have to unscrew this at the manifold all the way clockwise or counterclockwise till it's a little tight. It's back up because I've been driving it around. You do that. That then enables you to come over here with a 3/4 inch wrench and push these to pull those pins out of the wheels to keep it from locking. Because when you turn this on and you run the drive command, it hydraulically pulls the brake for you. All right, this is how we got her off. The winch keeps her taut as we go off the trailer, and then the little tractor yanks it down the bumps on the ramp. You need two people, someone to mess with the switch, someone to pull the tractor. Fork pockets are still there. Like I said, beaten up pretty bad. Likely a rental machine, built in the USA. What could go wrong? So it's pretty much ready. It was ready to go. The batteries look good. Just had to charge her up. Ran nicely. Got to top off the hydraulic fluid. This looks aftermarket. I had a feeling there's a metal bar here. You had to lift it up, and what they did was they said that is annoying, so we're just going to put this thing on that we're never going to use, but it's there just in case OSHA walks by, maybe. I don't know, because I have a feeling this was a rental equipment. Somebody bought it, stripped all the stickers off, used it for a couple of years, and then tossed it out. That works. That works. That works. That does not work as well. And then, of course, the wheel turning works just fine. So it is up and down. The only thing that's annoying about these, you have to pull up on here in order to move the stick. If you don't pull up on that, it locks it in place. Don't like that, not crazy about it. Somebody's been in here, and this is the only other thing that I think I have to fix to keep this winterized, weatherproofed, because it's nice and sealed there. I think I'm also gonna come out with some caulk, just run it down here, some silicone. Also, very rare for an auction buy, it actually came with the manual. This is a 1932E. So the fact that it actually still had the manual with it was very impressive. I'm also gonna cut this off. Barely any foam on it. It's mostly tape at this point. I don't really like it. So I'm gonna cut that off. Probably gonna leave that just in case. That bar is enough. I don't know why they have that incessant need of having something that has to slide or protect you at the bottom rail, but they do. So I really, it's not hurting anything, so I'm probably gonna leave it. So yeah, minimal work has to be done to it. It is missing the 120 AC pass-through. There's the hole for the AC cable that you would plug into, and then you would have a cable strung all the way up in the scissors, coming up through this hole right here, snaking through, then coming over here and plugging into an outdoor switch. So that way you could have powered things there and not have to worry about it getting caught up in the scissors as you go up and down. I maybe one day will put that back in, but for right now, so I can get to work on this building, I'm just gonna drape the power cable over it, because I do need to put my chop saw in here as I run it, because I'm actually going to be measuring and cutting up here and have boards leaning up and down across here, so that way I can work up there, not have to come down up and down ladders all the time. Takes me forever. I was only able to get, maybe that whole rung took me about an hour, so that's a snail's pace right there. So I'm hoping I can do 3 rungs in an hour if I don't have to come up and down. So, and even if I did, this thing is pretty quick to go up and down. It also feels more stable. Main reason why I got it, because I don't have any ladders that will reach all the way up there from the ground. They will get maybe to that 3rd beam, but then I really can't reach the top, can I? So I was really struggling with how I was going to do that. I thought I might have to rent something, and renting one of these for a week is like $600 to $700, and then getting an articulated lift is well over $1,000, and I definitely need this longer than a week. Auction buys, hadn't seen many of these around. Suddenly we saw an auction, had about 22 of them available. We snagged one of them, and we were about medium price range. Some went for $2,200, others went for closer to $4,000. All about the same size. Some were the 21-foot platform heights, 19s. This was a 19. They had 12s and 16s, I believe. Those were the ones that sold for 21. These sold for 3, and then the 26s or so sold closer to 4. They also had articulatings, but those sold for $15,000 to $20,000, and they were as beat up as this one. So I think the scissor lift is going to do me just fine. Does it do all right driving on gravel? Kind of. 2-wheel drive, obviously, just in the front. Drives fine on this gravel, no problem. I made sure she's level as I can get her. I'm still gonna need the ladders for up there on top of the shed, but that's much less sketchy because I have that basically cage wrapped around the whole thing, so I feel much safer going up the ladder. It only feels like maybe going up 9 feet instead of the 20 feet which was just harrowing. So, all right, I'm rambling. Till next time, I'm the Informed Human. Bye-bye.